Normally, I would have liked to go chronologically and talk about the Shane Gostisbehere trade, then talk about Hronek, and then talk about this one right here. But because of all the videos that we have made and we're going to need to be making, we gotta pick and choose our topics carefully. Let's talk about the biggest trade that has gone down in the past maybe 3 or 4 hours. I don't want to say 24 hours because there were some pretty big trades yesterday. But take a look at this. The Arizona Coyotes have finally done it. Jakob Chychrun is no longer a Yote. He has been sent to the Ottawa Senators in exchange for a conditional first-round pick in 2023, a conditional second-round pick in 2024, previously acquired from Washington, and a second-round pick in 2026. That's it. That is it. All this stuff about Chychrun asking for a first, a top prospect, and a roster player, a first, a top prospect, and a roster player, not to mention a first, a top pick, and a roster player. We had all of this stuff for Chychrun over the past 2 years. Year and a half, pretty much, since 2021, about Jakob Chychrun potentially getting moved for a huge package, but the Arizona Coyotes never pulled the trigger. They never did it. And now he has gotten traded for literally just a first, a second, and a second. That's it. Like, Filip Hronek went for pretty similar as a return from Vancouver, except there was an extra second attached to Chychrun. Cam Robinson made the joke here. Apparently the difference between Chychrun and Hronek is 1 second-round pick. Here are the conditions on the trade over here. The 2023 first-round pick to Arizona is top 5 protected. If met, the pick becomes a 2024 first-round pick unprotected. Additionally, should the Senators reach the Eastern Conference Finals, the second-round pick becomes a 2024 first-round pick top 10 protected. If that condition is met, the pick becomes 2025 first-round unprotected. So pretty much the Sens are covering their behinds here. If they end up sucking and they win a draft lottery this season, then they get the pick back. If they make the Eastern Conference Finals this year, then, hey, the pick becomes better for Arizona because then that means Chychrun would have done his job and properly helped out an Ottawa Senators team that has been really working hard and playing well the past little while here. This is what Darren Dreger had to say about the trade. Credit to Pierre Dorion. He wouldn't trade 2 firsts and either Greg or Sogard for Chychrun initially. Holds out for a friendlier deal. His team has played hard, and the Sens GM throws a bone. Jakob Chychrun is a player that we don't need to talk about because you know he's a very good defenseman. You know that he was the top defenseman goal scorer 2 seasons ago, and we all know that he's had a pretty good year. 28 points, 36 games played. Do the math on that because it's not displayed on the Elite Prospects. 28 divided by 36, multiply it out by 82. He was on pace for a full season's worth of production of 63.7 points, so 64 points just in general. Very good season. It's kind of mirroring that 2020-2021 season that he had, where he was the top goal scorer amongst all blue liners. He signed till the end of 2025, making 4.6 AAV. He'll be a UFA when he expires, and he's 24 years old right now. He will go over to an Ottawa team and help out that team tremendously because he is just a good gosh darn player. Expensive? Not really. Long term? Not really. But this price is one that I think so many people were not expecting to even be possible here. And to me, it kind of feels like the Arizona Coyotes, they probably held on a little bit too long for this guy. Like, if you legitimately had any offers of a first plus a top prospect plus another roster player on your table and you said no, hoping to get maybe more, maybe 2 first-round picks or maybe 2 top prospects, like this was being hinted at over here. Darren Dreger said, hey, Dorion did not want to trade 2 firsts. He didn't want to trade Greg or Sogard. And instead, he ends up giving up a first and 2 seconds. That's it. Now, when it comes to winners and losers, I mean, look, the Ottawa Senators are getting Chychrun for a price that a lot of people would say is a very, very good price. And the Arizona Coyotes, I mean, they're kind of on the short end of the stick because of how much they could have gotten for Chychrun earlier had they just decided to trade him and not hold out this long. So it's very easy to say that Ottawa was the winner here, but at the end of the day, I mean, Arizona's losing out on the guy that we all knew they'd be losing out for the past year and a half anyway. They're getting assets, so I guess you could say there's some good to both sides here. But talk to the console your thoughts either way. All your thoughts about Jakob Chychrun getting traded to the Ottawa Senators for a first and 2 seconds. I hope you enjoyed this video. Juraj, and bye.